There. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Norwegian cooking class. Today, we're going to be learning how to make open-faced sandwiches. And I am going to be demonstrating 4 different kinds. But this isn't the only type of open-faced sandwich you can have, of course. It's up to your imagination and what you have in the house. I'm going to be showing you some that are pretty typical when you go to a buffet or a potluck with Norwegians. You'll often see these types of sandwiches on here or on the buffet. Now I'm going to be using a pumpernickel bread. I picked this one because it's firm and it's not too thick and it's tasty. You don't want a small piece of bread. You'd like a bigger piece of bread because it's only going to be 1 layer of bread. You can get away with that, and you'd like it to be firm so your sandwich stays firm on it. So I'm going to put it down here, and now I'm going to tip my computer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so there's my little piece of bread. Can everybody see that all right? Okay, so the first sandwich that I'm going to be making will be roast beef. And I will start by putting some butter on this bread. Okay. Now the purpose of doing these sandwiches, or what is different about them, I guess, is that they are not only tasty, they are also very artistic. They're beautiful. So we want to spend some time to really dress it up and make it look nice. I am now putting on some Dijon mustard because I like that with roast beef. You can use horseradish as well as a garnish. I'm not going to, but I have got the Dijon mustard and the butter as my base. Okay, now I'm going to take some sliced roast beef that I got at the deli, and I will arrange it on here so it fits the bread and kind of folds and wrinkles. Okay, so there I've got some roast beef. Okay, now I can start to embellish it. So I have here some real mayonnaise in a squirt bottle, easier for me to manage. Okay, so I'm going to, on right here, I'm going to put a little dollop of mayonnaise. All right. And now I've got, I've cut up some strips of beets. So I'm going to make, a little design with the beets. Now, beets add a lot of rich color. And beet, actually, these are pickled beets. It doesn't have to be pickled beets. It can be plain beets or just cooked beets. They add a nice flavor and color to the sandwich. Then to the beets, I'm going to take some parsley here. I'm going to find a nice little sprig that I think will look good on it. And I'll put it into the mayonnaise because it'll hold it there. And now I think I'm going to put some cucumbers in. And I've sliced some English cucumbers very thin. And I'm going to arrange them in a little pattern there. It's nice to have a large piece of bread, as you can see, because then you have lots of room to make your sandwich look great. Okay. Now I'll put a little bit of mayonnaise over there too, just to help stick things together. Just a tiny bit. There we go. And then I'll find another nice little sprig of parsley and put that in there. Actually, I'm going to do one from the other side too. I'm doing this facing me. Now I'll turn it around And there you go. You have a simple, delicious, and ornate sandwich. Okay, so I'm going to put that one aside and we'll try another combination. Okay. As well as this pumpernickel bread, you could use a sourdough. You know, those kind of round shaped sourdough breads that you could get at the bakery. If you get them sliced, that would give you a nice base for your open-faced sandwiches. Any kind of multigrain or rye is good. It shouldn't be too tough, but it needs to be firm enough to keep its shape. Okay, so next I am going to do a sandwich that has no meat in it. So I'm going to be doing a cheese sandwich. Okay, I'll just give you a moment to, if you're doing a sandwich, to finish decorating it and making it look nice. And I'm going to put some butter on this bread. So there's a lot that goes on top of these sandwiches, so you don't need a lot of butter, just a nice little thin layer. Try to have soft butter to do it with. It just gives it a nice base. Helps things from sliding around as well. Okay, now the cheese that I have chosen to do mine is Havarti, and I got some Havarti sliced. But you can use a Yarberg slice, or Swiss is very nice. A cheese that's a little firmer is good. Okay. Also like the sliced Havarti because they have papers in between the slices, so it's easier to manage. Okay, now I'm going to put this on my cutting board and I'm going to cut it into a triangle just to help get it on my bread evenly. So here's my knife. Okay, I'm just going to cut it like that. And put one, two, and then two. Change it a little bit. Okay. Now we're not using meat on this one, so we're going to use some vegetables. And I have cut a red pepper, and I've cut it quite thin right through, so it still has a flower shape. And when I put it on, it looks really nice. Let's see that. Okay. Then I also have cut some English cucumbers very thinly, which I use that in the roast beef. I'm going to use that here again. There. I put it right on top of the flour and kind of arranging that. Then I'm going to put a dollop of mayonnaise on there. And once again, I'm going to use some parsley because parsley goes really nicely with vegetables. And cheese, it's really tasty. Let's see how that looks with the cucumbers and the pepper. And now, just for fun, I've got avocado. So I will frame the little sandwich with avocado on either side. Okay. Now, when you have a sandwich like this, you're probably not going to pick it up and eat it. It is actually better to eat with a fork and knife. Okay. I think that is good, but you know, if you wanted to, you could put beets on this. You could put other types of, maybe a yellow pepper to garnish it a bit more. You can put a bit more parsley. Maybe we'll do that. We'll add a little bit more mayonnaise to keep the parsley in place. Put some there and some there. So whatever your imagination inspires you to do. The idea is you want it to look enticing. There you go. There's a cheese sandwich. It's not only delicious, it's pretty. Looks great. I need a plate ready. There we go. I lost my platter. Okay. All right. Now, how are you guys doing? Okay. Everybody managing to get a sandwich together? You're doing fine? Okay. Great. Okay, we're now going to be doing a smoked salmon. So we're going into fish. So here's our slice of bread. Now this time, instead of butter, we're going to use cream cheese. Cream cheese. Can you see that? I don't know. And we will spread this. You can put a little bit more cream cheese than the butter because we're doing basically a lox and cream cheese sandwich. Smoked salmon. So we want it a little bit thicker. Okay. Great. So I have some lox here, smoked salmon, and I'm going to put it on my bread. I'll be generous, because why not? Most people don't eat more than one or two of these sandwiches. They're so filling. Okay, so here we have this lovely smoked salmon. And let's see, what will we put on this? I've cut up some lemon, very thinly sliced. See, it's in a slice of lemon. Okay, I'm going to slide my knife in here, and then I'm going to give it a twist and put it on the salmon. Okay. I'm going to use mayonnaise again for the glue. Now, This time I'm going to be using some fresh dill. Oh, here's a nice piece. There we go. Isn't that nice? Arrange it nicely here. There we go. And then I have some capers, which are delicious with smoked salmon. There you go. Simple, artistic, and delicious. Okay. Now, probably one of the most popular sandwiches is a shrimp one. So I have some fresh hand-peeled shrimp here, and I'm going to mix up a combination of shrimp and mayonnaise and dill with a little bit of lemon to put on my next sandwich. So we'll mix our shrimp in a bowl. Now this time, we'll put a little bit more mayonnaise, probably close to a tablespoon. We have a little bit of lemon, which we'll squeeze in there. And we'll also include some dill. Here. Right. Mix up this mixture. You can add a little bit of salt and pepper if you like. So you want shrimp that looks like about that. Then we will get another slice of bread. I'm going to put butter on it. Now I have some nice curly lettuce. This is it's just called green lettuce. So we're going to put it on there so it looks great. Makes a little bed for the shrimp. And we'll put our shrimp on this sandwich. Oh, that looks so good. And we spread it around so it looks nice and gives it a good filling. This is probably one of the most popular of the sandwiches, the open-faced sandwiches. Everyone seems to really love it. If you're a seafood lover. Okay, now we have that, but we still want to decorate it a little bit more. Let's see what I got here. I have another lemon. Cut the lemon. Here we go. We'll put the lemon on top of our shrimp. And then we will put, let's put a little bit more dill on. And spread it out a bit there. So it looks, oh, that looks nice. And there you go. Shrimp open face sandwich. You can also put, pepper on it. It would look nice. If you don't have dill, go ahead and use parsley. Parsley looks really good on shrimp as well. I think that the lettuce underneath gives it a really ornate look. It looks very, very sophisticated and elegant, don't you think? This is one of my favorites. Okay, so that is 4 different types of open face sandwiches. So then imagine you have someone over for lunch, or you're making a plate of sandwiches for a potluck or a smorgasbord, just how appealing this is going to be on the table. They're colorful, they taste wonderful, and they're easy to do. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? You can unmute yourself now.
Those look lovely, Susan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Holy doodle, Susan, those look really good.
Thank you. It's our supper.
I'm hungry now.
Oh, they look like you could put them in a magazine.